Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 19 of the All Around Podcast. We are Players of the Round Table. My name is Jeremy, and with me always is Nick.
Hola.
And we actually have a lot to talk about. We took a week off again.
Yes. Yeah, we took another break.
Yep, we needed to focus more on live stream, and two, there just wasn't enough to talk about.
Yeah, yet again, it was like Splatoon, which we'll talk about first.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
there was just there really wasn't anything. And even now, I mean, technically, we do have some games that we can talk about, but there is kind of a lull.
It's going to be a big bullet point episode.
Yes.
So bear with us as we go through it.
Which, for the record, though, too, is kind of a good trade-off.
Yeah,
last time we went a little long.
Yeah, and last time it was very opinionated in some aspects too. So.
But I'm proud of it.
Oh yeah,
you put on a lot of good show.
Yeah,
anyway.
So the first thing we want to talk about is Splatoon, because Splatoon is definitely the thing we'll probably spend the most amount of time on.
Yes.
Splatoon is fantastic.
It's really good.
I played the first one on the Wii U. Was not impressed. Got very bored. Thought it wasn't fun. I played the second one. Thought I played for about 25 minutes. Turned out I played for 3.5 hours. It was great.
Yeah, it is a lot better. I mean, the major thing that I got as a takeaway, like the level up system's good, the amount of progression, how you progress through the shops via level up is really smart. And then, I mean, the biggest obvious thing is the way overhaul in campaign.
Yes,
like single player, Jesus Christ, it's like 10 times what the standard campaign was in the first Splatoon, which is really good. So even if you're not playing online all the time, it gives you that, option stuff. They have the whole salmon run, which is like horde mode.
Amazing. Salmon run is so much fun.
Exactly, which is really good. They give you a lot of boss variety. I think there's 7 different bosses overall in it.
It's 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Anyway, it's a plethora of bosses to fight. Several bosses to fight.
Yes.
Just kind of meet in the middle there. But yeah, I mean, it's really good. They definitely took a lot of steps forward. I feel like they took a lot of criticism from the first one and really jumped into this one, full swing. The only gripe that I could even pick apart with it is I wish every time I start up the game it didn't need to tell me what maps are on. Yeah. I honestly, it sounds awful to say. I don't give a shit enough about the maps to be like, because that's what it does, by the way. So if you haven't played the game, literally every time you start up the game, if you're connected to online, they go through this whole 5-minute dialogue thing. I'm assuming as well it's also to kind of cheat load the game.
Yes. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
But yeah, they give you a heads up on the maps that you can play, and it's like...
Yeah, because the maps are different.
Yes, they are different. The areas and stuff, and especially if you're playing Turf War and Team Deathmatch and stuff like that, it does matter. But it doesn't matter enough where I need to know them beforehand. I'm never pre-planning before I go into a Turf War map.
It's like, oh, nope, not playing today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, forget that noise. So,
the biggest thing that I had an issue with so far is that during the tutorial, which only happens once, you don't have to do it again, you couldn't turn off motion controls.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, I swear to God, if the whole game is like this, I'm returning it. I don't want it.
No, it's true. The motion controls are, yet again, they're not too great. It's like ARMS.
Well, they're not terrible, though, either.
No, you can get used to them.
Yeah, it's definitely not
tough.
bad. Yeah, it's a lot better if the system's in handheld mode than it is on TV. Because I did go between them, and I did the tutorial in handheld mode, and I started the rest of the tutorial then by putting... using the Joy-Cons and the controller thing, the grip. And it was a lot different when I actually had the system in my hand. Because you can reset the motion. Which is really, really cool. Because that was something in the first game, they did a lot of motion control stuff with the Wii U tablet.
But there was no reset.
Yeah, there was never a reset. It was just like, hey, this is your 0.0, get used to it.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like, okay, cool, this is 0, I can change where that is and go from there. So it was really, really cool. Professionally, on Metacritic, it got an 84%, which is kind of what I expected. 8.3 on IGN. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. It's a lot of fun, but if you're not playing with people and you're just doing the campaign, it can get a little repetitive after a little while. Yeah. But playing the game and learning all of its features and getting in there for the first time, it's definitely something that I will want to do again. Like I said, I spent so much more time on it than I realized I was playing. But playing with people, playing Salmon Run with people is so much fun.
Yeah, Salmon Run's one of the best features on it, personally.
Yeah. And the new amiibo are awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't
Oh my god,
the
new armor for them is sick.
Yeah, it's so
good.
cool. And the actual the design of the amiibo are really cool because the squid jumping up off of it this time is
it's way more action. Cool. That was the only other thing too. Still, people are confused about how much the amiibos do in game depending on your level. Yeah. That's still super confusing. Because I had an issue with it myself, where day one the whole rumor was that it was through a progression system of every 3 levels. So level 3 level 6 and level 9, you were supposed to get each piece of gear per amiibo. Headset, or the headpiece was level 3, chest piece was level 6, and then feet were level 9.
Okay.
So I said, okay. So I hit level 6. Tap the amiibo. Still just get the headpiece. I was like, that's weird. Hit level 9. Tap it. Still just the headpiece. Like, they're just nothing. I was like, okay, weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hit level 10. Get everything. For every amiibo. And I was like, what? And then I talked to some people. Some people said level 10. Some people had to wait till level 15. Which was crazy.
Yeah.
Some people aren't sure what it is. Some people are speculating it's based off kills, off like performance ratio.
Yeah.
But I still don't think that that's even right because it doesn't sound like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Some people are speculating it's based off how quick you level up your gear. But you can max out the gear that you get in it before you even gain a level.
Yeah.
And that's even with like double experience. You play 4 matches and
I don't know what it would be.
I have no idea. But anyway, a lot of people are confused about it. I've still been reading up on the message boards about it, and nobody has a consensus on it. And I've looked up even on Nintendo's website. They haven't posted anything official. People have asked them, and they've been super in the dark about it.
That's weird.
I'm assuming it's like an issue, or it's some type of...
It could just be like a random thing,
or
too.
It could be that, or in my opinion, too, I think it's a random number integer that they're locking in that...
Yeah.
And it could be based off how many kills you get. It could be how long maybe you play the game. I don't know. I have no idea, but it's
It could be like a luck of the draw thing with like loot boxes. It's just like, oh hey,
kind of.
We'll give it to you now.
But that's the thing though too. It's like it's super weird because you don't know when, and you can tap the amiibo at all times.
You can't really plan it.
Exactly. That's the whole thing.
So
you just like literally, it was one of those things where like 5 times in a row, I would turn on the Switch, tap the amiibo, and see if it would be like, hey, you got a new piece of gear, or nope, do you want to take a picture with this amiibo or a picture with your gear? Like,
yeah, that's weird.
It was very weird. It was very weird. That was the only other thing too where I was just like, come on guys, like, can we get either a patch update or just an official consensus of what we need
and like
to get?
Just tell us what, like, just do like a Facebook update.
Exactly.
Just like tell us like what it is.
That's all we need. But
I wonder
whatever.
if the amiibo website actually has anything, because there's a whole website for them.
Nope, I looked that up.
No.
Nope, I did like all the research of it, and I can't off Nintendo's website, off the amiibo website. And then even off the official forums of like what the amiibo support, like what every amiibo support does for the game, I could not find anything. And like I said, after going through a message board for about an hour, I still was just as confused as when I asked the question in the beginning. So,
well, if we ever figure it out, we'll let you know.
Yes, or two, if you
somehow know
the official thing by the time this gets posted, please put it in the comments. I'd love to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, aside from Splatoon, a whole bunch of other games came out.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these games, I don't want to say we don't care about, but they're games that definitely don't interest us.
No, yeah, I mean, most games we don't care about.
Yeah.
I mean, like, which ones do we actually give a shit about? Fortnite?
That one.
Well, Marvel, yes. Because, I mean, that's an old game, technically.
Yeah.
Miitopia, and then Hey Pikmin.
Yeah.
Those are definitely it.
The rest we don't really care about.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about them anyway.
Yes.
So, let's start with... I'll just go down the list.
Bingo.
Let's start with Marvel Heroes Omega, because it actually came out a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It came out 2 months ago now on PlayStation. About 3 weeks ago on Xbox, but we finally got around to playing it.
Mm-hmm.
It is Marvel's Diablo. It
Yeah.
is exactly like what it is if you've ever played Diablo.
Exactly set up that way.
It's the exact same thing. It is very pay to customize. There's not a whole lot of like, hey, you can get this by doing this, because you get 200 crystals, but if you want to buy a customization skin for a certain character, some of them range from 250 to like 600 of these crystals, and there's different types of crystals, because there's crystals that you can get for characters, there's crystals you can get for customizations, there's crystals you can get for powers, and it's just interesting. But if you play with people, it has a very Marvel Ultimate Alliance feel to it, which is really cool. And the whole, like, what I thought was a skill tree before we went into it, it's actually like a customization, like armor equip setup inventory thing. It's really, really cool the way they do that. The game has been out 2 years, 3 years, 2 years?
2 at least.
At least on PC, just under Marvel Heroes, and then they put it to console, Marvel Heroes Omega on Xbox One and PS4. It is free to play.
Yeah.
You can put money into the Founders Packs and the VIP program to get like extra crystals, and you can play as Nightcrawler. He's a VIP exclusive. Which is really cool.
Just a heads up too for people that are wondering, we both went in free.
Yes.
We both have
we haven't
technically we both put $0 into it. And even I already have like a maxed out character for it. So you can get a character and max them out in game without having to spend any money. The thing is, though, sadly, out of the roster of, I'm gonna roughly say about like 30 characters altogether. Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing which I'll bring up in a sec. But so out of the roster of less than 30 characters, out of the gate, you could probably only really pick 5.
Yeah. Well, up until level 10, you can try any character that you want.
Yes, that is true.
And then once you hit level 10, you have to buy a character. So the whole thing is if you're, like, they give you the entire roster except for Nightcrawler and...
That's it.
No, there's one other character you can't play as. Black Cat.
Yes.
Nightcrawler and Black Cat you can't play as. But while you're going through this, like, right now I'm playing as Iron Man, and Iron Man is more crystals than I have, so I won't be able to buy him when I get to level 10. I'll have to buy another character, which those characters are... Nova, Moon Knight,
Kitty Pryde,
and I don't remember the other one.
It was the chick at the top corner. I can't remember her name. She's one of the chicks who used to work for Thanos.
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But anyway,
some
those
gladiator
4.
chick.
Yeah, those 4 that you can pick from, and that's it.
Yeah. So more of the story, you're picking Nova.
Yeah.
Or maybe Moon Knight.
Yeah. Yeah, Zach picked Moon Knight.
Yeah,
you picked Nova.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably gonna pick Kitty Pryde.
Oh, really? Just to make it different?
Yep, just to be different. And I want to run through walls. Well, see if you can.
Yeah, exactly.
See if I can run through a wall.
That's a big gamble.
Yeah, see if I can.
Or if you buy her and then can't run through a wall and you're like, well...
We're like, oh, starting over. New profile, who dis?
Oh, God.
So, officially it got a 72%, and that's rating it on PlayStation. IGN gave it a score overall for both systems at 5.7. So the game did not do as well as I was hoping it would do. I just want them to make Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and I'll be happy.
Agreed. Yeah, my thing is this. If you... And this falls under the trap, I feel like, of a lot of games like Divinity and stuff like that, where it's a game that plays like Diablo, which is cool. But you want to know what? Stick with Diablo. Because if you're going to play a game like that... If
you want to play Diablo, just play Diablo.
Exactly. And here's the thing, though, too. It is an awesome variant, and if you don't like Diablo because it's either, like, way too many demons, or it just... There's not anything about the appeal that interests you at all, and Marvel characters are, like, your bread and butter, this is the perfect thing to introduce you into that, and get you into those top-down type RPGs and stuff. It's a really great introduction into it. I just think... it's very annoying because the whole game is there, but it's very compartmented with paid DLC, and it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating that, like, I'm even looking, and like I said, I already have a maxed out character since when I picked Nova, and even after putting in probably, I'd say at least about 25 hours, I can now finally buy one character that, like, I want, that's, like, in the decent crystal range, not even, like, above average. And in my opinion, that is way too much time
to get
another character. And I already have a character maxed out. I don't want to play as another character now because I just put all this time into this one. It's like, and that's the other thing, going way back to when we were talking, they need, if you're going to make, in my opinion, if you're going to make these DLCs like, you know, Super Vital and like, hey, get Deadpool with like Death and like get the Spider-Man pack and all these awesome outfits, I need a bigger roster of characters. Yes. I need like a full, like, I need like, I mean, Jesus Christ, if you're giving me this many, like, I want like a roster of like 45. 50. Yeah, 50 to 45 characters. Like, jeez. And if I'm, especially too, like, I mean, it's a bold statement asking for $40 to $60 for 3 to 4 characters. It's like, good lord. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I get it, because then it adds to, like, you know, it saves you. It really does. It'll save you like 100 hours of gameplay. But it's like,
but it's pointless.
But it's not. Yeah,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth. I wouldn't in the time I do put in that. Oh, because that's the other thing. I don't know if you got to check that out. Because the other thing is then too. Instead of using those crystals to just buy characters, you could use those crystals as well to buy way better in-game equipment.
Yes.
Or you can use about half of the currency that it would cost to buy the character to buy outfits for those characters. Right. So it's pretty cool, too. Oh, and then also the other thing, which I can't believe, like, characters that were even there since day one, which was, like, Nova and Kitty Pryde and stuff, that's why they're so cheap, all of the story characters do not have bonus outfits.
No. Yeah, none of them do.
What the fuck? Yeah. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
It makes no sense.
Like, I couldn't even get a Kid Nova for, like, Nova Corps? Like, oh my god, that made me so mad. Like, just even an off-color. You know what I mean?
Just like
just a silver instead of gold, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
now,
oh my god.
Speaking of that, the one thing that does interest me about this game is Iron Fist's default costume is his silver and gold.
Yes, I did think that was weird.
It's backwards.
Well, also Gambit's is super weird too. They made Gambit like a way more modern one instead of the classic X-Men one. But I feel like that's just like, hey, if you want to play the classic one that everyone fucking likes, you got to spend money.
Yep.
It's like the trap of how they're doing all that.
Yep, because it's free to play.
Yep.
So.
It's the pros and cons.
Yeah. So moving on, another big one that came out.
Yes.
Fortnite.
The one that I was definitely looking the most forward to.
Fortnite came out on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Metacritic gave it a 75%. I have not gotten to try it out yet because I still don't understand. This game's supposed to be free to play, but it's not yet. But if you buy it, you still get stuff that you get for free, but you get other stuff that you don't need that you might want just to get a disc.
Yeah, here, I'll layman terms explain it for you. So, the game itself is free.
Yep.
If you pay $40 to $60 or the $100 any edition,
like the big
any edition, here's what they grant you. Up to 16 characters that are playable day one.
Yep.
So all the characters that are at least available for the game, you can play them all right out the gate.
Yep.
And each one have different abilities and stuff and skill tree and stuff, which is cool.
Yep.
You also get a bunch of extra weapons, like preset weapons that you would get.
Right.
And then the most important thing out of it is, depending then on the money addition you get that many like top tier loot boxes that could grant you anything. That could be more material, that could be better equipment, that could be different color schemes and skins for different characters. It could be anything. It could be skill points to then level up your skill tree per each character too, keep in mind.
Right.
So there's a lot. There's a lot you can get out of loot boxes. And they all have a lot of variety too. Like, it's definitely not one of those games where you're picking up a bunch of shit and then you go, oh wow, there's nothing new with this loot box at all.
Right.
Oh my god, speaking of which, there's something we totally have to talk about at the end of this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to bring it up, before it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
as we're talking about loot boxes, should I just bring that up now, or should we go over the games first?
No,
we'll go over it at the end.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
But that's, I will say one thing too, because me and Jeremy have not got a chance to check it out yet.
I want to, I'm just going to wait till I can get it for free.
Well, I was going to say sometime next week. I'm not going to pin down a day. Definitely check out the Facebook page because I will do a post of the official day.
Yep.
I will definitely be doing a live stream at some point of it.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. So I will definitely be doing that sometime next week. I don't know exactly when. So if you do want to check out the game, we might even put some footage up maybe on YouTube, but it'll at least be on Twitch.
Depends on how it goes.
Exactly. Depends on how it goes. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, should be.
But yeah, I'm still looking forward to it because I've seen a bunch of gameplay for it, and it's like Minecraft-esque and then Horde mode. It's Minecraft and then literally Horde rounds.
Yeah.
Like, you can't compare that. And it is, like, the other thing I did want to say too, by the way, because even whatever the ratings give it, it's well thought out.
Oh, absolutely.
The building's really good. No one's ever complained about the building mechanics. Everyone loves that. The fighting mechanics really good, especially even for the characters, because they all have a bunch of different variety. The skill trees are awesome. Every character has their own unique skill tree, even if they're the same class.
Oh,
that's really cool. Like, that's one thing I was very surprised at. So, just wanted to say.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the trio of games that nobody knew were coming out.
No one knew, no one's going to play, and no one's definitely going to play now based off the results.
Yeah. So let's start with Constructor.
Okay.
Constructor's tagline is corruption meets construction. And
10 out of 10 would play again.
Yeah, it is literally about the mafia getting involved in construction companies building buildings. And it's a building simulator.
Oh my god.
But you can also shoot people.
Oh, cool. That gives it the variety.
Yeah. It's $30. Mm-hmm. It's for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And it got a 55% on Metacritic.
Top tier.
If you want this game physically, it is a GameStop exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
It's
GameStop
crap.
Really owned. They owned it on that one.
They keep going with all these exclusives that don't quite hit it.
Not performing well.
Which is why none of the other retailers have jumped on the train yet. Best Buy haven't. Exactly. They don't have many games that are exclusive.
There's no desire to.
Yeah, but it's Constructor is.
It's just bad. It's just a bad game.
The concept
just don't play it.
Sounded intriguing.
No, it definitely could have went somewhere. They could have went with a like Mafia 2 kind of vibe with it.
Yeah,
but
it's
oh my god, I'm gonna butcher the name. The other one that came out on I don't think it came out on PS3. I think it only came out on 360. I know you're looking at me like I have bug eyes. Once I tell you the title, hopefully you'll remember.
Okay.
That Omerta, like Omerta.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's I think right. Omerta. It's like Italian.
Yeah.
It's not Omerta.
No, it's not.
Sure,
no,
it's fucking
it's
Omerta.
Omerta.
Yeah. So yeah, Amaretta. Maybe it's that, but there's no T.
Amaretto.
But
Anyway.
Yeah.
But
Stop.
As soon as you did that, I was like, yeah, but
Anyway.
So that game sucks.
So it's a terrible game. Don't play it.
Yonder. There's a title in there somewhere that says something about a cloud. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yonder.
City in the Cloud or something.
Something
Cloud
like
Atlas.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening.
It came out on Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Yep.
Got a 63% on Metacritic. Got an 8.4 user score.
See, I feel like those are the people who already wasted the money, though, and go, no, it's okay. Like, I need to validate my purchase.
Please buy it so I'm not alone.
Yeah, shitty, don't play.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's about.
It's yet again, it's like
it's some kind of RPG.
It's one of those indie... No, it's like one of those indie arcade adventure games where you collect orbs.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking super generic. I looked into it a little bit beforehand.
Then there's Unbox, which looked really kind of fun. Kind of thought I was going to get like a little Big Planet mixed with Gone Home.
Oh, well, I was going to say, do you know what it like reminded me of exactly, but I knew it wasn't going to hit the mark? It was like a diet Unravel.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or, no, there's another one I'm thinking of. What was the one that was on Vita? Where he's the letter? It's like the envelope?
Tearaway?
Yes!
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of, too. That was the one.
Well, that came out on Xbox One, PS4, PC. Got a 68% and 8.2 user score.
Sucks dick!
It's cute. It's a cute game.
It's neat.
It's probably good for like a 6-year-old that's got the system.
So let's do this. Let's give it our Players Around... Or wow, oh my god. Players Around Table rating of... It's a game.
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 God, I almost fumbled that whole fucking thing.
You did.
Jesus Christ. I started to say a title. I was like...
Let's talk about two games that I thought were both going to do decent.
Mm-hmm.
Miitopia came out on Friday for the 3DS.
Yep.
Miitopia I didn't think was going to do that great. It got a 7 out of 10. It is...
Decent.
It's a game.
It reminds... well, real quick, sorry. It just reminds me exactly of how the all the free-to-play Mii stuff is with the Miiverse with the 3DS.
But now you can fight.
Yeah, now you can actually fight.
Yeah, there's violence among the Miis.
Mm-hmm.
There's the good and the bad, which are even in the logos. They have like the smiley face for the one eye, and then the evil devil-looking face for the other one.
God.
But so you can fight in Miitopia. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a $40 game that lets you fight amongst your Miis.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Pick up Smash Bros.
Yeah, exactly.
Pick up Smash Bros.
You can even play as your Mii in Smash Bros. And fight. It's a little bit
better.
Yes.
You fight better in that one, too.
There's no mini games to determine who swings first.
Yep.
Hey Pikmin came out.
Hey Pikmin.
Which I thought was going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
It came out for the 3DS.
Yep.
Have not gotten to play it because I don't own a 3DS. It got a 68%.
I can tell you why.
A 7.1 user score. Got a really, really cool amiibo.
Yes, it did.
Dope with all the little amiibos.
Yes,
all the little amiibos. All the little Pikmin on it.
Amiibos on it. It's a rock with more Pikmin amiibos. More Olimar with Pikmin amiibos.
You could just take them off and put them
and then also put them on.
Yeah.
And they do bonus stuff.
Yeah.
No, I mean the biggest thing, which was interesting, but more of a turnoff for a lot of dedicated fans, because fans still like it.
Yeah.
Like, even I've talked to a lot of people.
If you're a Pikmin fan.
Exactly. But the worst thing for it was Pikmin's always been a game that is a third-person environmental thing of gathering and stuff.
And this is a 2D side scroller.
This is a 2D side scroller, and it's just. And I will say this though, because a lot of people gave like perfect example. A lot of people got really mad at like Chibi Robo.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And you know what? I love those games. I think they're great. Like, no. Do they add anything amazing? Are they breaking down doors? Absolutely not. Should you wait till those games maybe a little bit cheaper?
Yes.
Absolutely. But it's still a good game. Like, that's the one thing I do want to say.
But realistically, this game's going to go up in price.
Oh, yeah. Because it's a Pikmin game.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Maybe this will break the trend.
I doubt it.
It could.
It's going to be so hard to find next year.
I'm just saying for the record.
Because nobody bought it.
Chibi Robo could not come off the shelves.
Yes.
This one might follow suit.
We'll see.
The hype right now, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
The hype right now, but I'm telling you, like, the second, like, stores get, like, more copies and stuff like that.
But that's the whole thing. I'm not anticipating anybody getting any more copies. I think Nintendo's like, hey, here's one wave of this iffy game.
And
play
then,
it.
Fuck you. We're
done.
And
then we'll never... That's it.
Even if you care, we're never going to come out with more.
No.
Love Nintendo.
Yeah, they're great at that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Yep,
I want to leave this for the last.
Exactly what I was thinking of.
So Gigantic. Gigantic finally came out. Gigantic is a MOBA-esque game that's similar to Battleborn and Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's been in game preview for the longest time. It's an Xbox One exclusive.
Now it's officially out.
Yeah, now it's officially out. It's free.
Yeah.
It is still free. You don't have to pay for it. The game looks great. The art style is incredible for the game. I think it's late.
Oh, it's way late. It's beyond late.
It needed to come out when it was just MOBA City, and it didn't. It put it into game preview, but I think this game could have done better than Battleborn.
100%.
But it's too late. It came out way too late. It's still got a 73% on Metacritic. I tried it out. I like it a lot, but I'm too busy with Overwatch to try to play another MOBA, and it's just not as fun. It's fun, but it's not...
gonna say, and the other thing is, too, even for MOBA players who are even, like, pretty hardcore MOBA players, it's very simplistic. Like, the items you buy are really simple. There's not, like, even skill trees for most items. Most items are a one-purchase buy and then go in, and then that's pretty much it.
That's it, yeah.
Like, even, I mean, personally, like, I think the perfect balance between a dumbed-down MOBA, which I'm probably going to get a lot of fucking flack for this, is, like, Heroes of the Storm, because you don't have to buy items. It's just, like, a basic level-up system. You choose your level-up skill, and then do it that way. It's a lot more mainstream.
And it's more, like, for everyone.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and Gigantic is like that, because Gigantic is more... 100%. Gigantic's like, hey, here's this free game. If you want to play a cool team-based strategy game... Go play this game.
Yeah, 100%.
If you don't play this game.
Exactly. And I think it's just one of those ones where, it sounds awful to say, but it's like if you want to play a MOBA, there's better ones that are free on Xbox. Like there's even Smite and stuff like that.
Now, however, this is an Xbox exclusive.
That is true.
So this does help Xbox's exclusivity.
Yes.
Being that it is a big title, but when this title originally got announced, it wasn't going to be a free game, and it was going to be on disc, and it's not.
Yeah, I mean, even, and yet again, it's kind of like the problem we have with Marvel Heroes, where it's like, yet again, it's like you want to get a lot of the characters and stuff, you got to pay for it. Yeah. And it's like, I would have rather just paid for the $6 game, got the full experience, and then got everything.
Free updates.
But, you know, that's how they want to play it this time. And you know what, as a company-wise, especially based off the reviews, maybe it is a smart move. Maybe they're not losing as much as they want, and if people do care, they really got to shell out the extra money because, you know, that's how much time they put in the game. Yeah. Who knows? That's a mix-up. My thing is, if they add a lot of... It could change... The entire MOBA, in my opinion, could change if they add in, like, 4 characters that could really change the game, in my opinion. Like, 4 characters that make it really fun, that make you really want to jump in. But other than that, like, if you want to play a MOBA, there's better MOBAs, even on Xbox. And if you want to more, though, play, like, the action-y type thing, there's Overwatch. Yeah. Overwatch greatly beats that. Speaking
Absolutely.
of, should we bring that one up real quick? That's what I was thinking.
We'll just,
So,
we're going to go off train for a little bit.
We're going off train really quick. We should have wrote it, though. It was my fault.
We both forgot.
Well, yeah. I'm saying it's way more my fault because I did a fucking live stream of it.
You did.
Anyway, Doomfist came out.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. I love, let me say,
I thought he was a tank.
Well, so we'll go into that. So the thing I love right now is doing 6v6 eliminations with Doomfist, fighting other Doomfist.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's super fun. It's very competitive. Doomfist himself is a really cool character. I think, I'm not going to say he's balanced, but I think he's very well thought out. And I think he is one of the first actual Overwatch characters to be a skill shot character. You have to hit the right buttons at the right time and know the character. Yeah. That is definitely not a character you can button mash and just win.
Right.
You cannot free fire and win. You have to have a proficiency with this character. And I think 6v6 elimination really helps you with that, especially going against other characters with that same ability. Gripes. Number one, I have no faith in him in the actual scene of Overwatch. It sounds fucking awful to say. I don't. Unless, there's one big unless to this. Number one reason why, though, range. He has really good charge-ins. He has no fucking escapes. 0 escapes. Unless you 100% memorize the maps. And you intentionally then cannot pop one of your skills because you have to keep it on the back burner to escape. Right. Which skill shot characters cannot have that. They need all their skill shots because that's the fucking point of the character.
Yep.
So he doesn't have a proper escape, which is a big fucking issue with every character outranging him. Because then he can't run. And even if he does run, a character's going to shoot him. And he can't do anything. Exactly. He does have a kind of shotgun-esque blast, but it does mostly as much damage as most other random guns do with free fire, so it's not too crazy. His passive is really good, but it's not good enough, and here's why. So his passive, as long as he is doing physical damage, whether he's doing a fist charge, his fist, any of his skill shots, or even just actually meleeing, just default meleeing, you gain an armor buff. Here's the problem. You only gain 20 armor per attack you do. That's physical.
Yeah.
That's not enough at all.
No, it's not.
Because even armor does have a different scaling of taking damage than your health,
right.
But it's not enough. And even doing in training mode, playing with other players that weren't Doomfist, and then playing also against other Doomfist, the armor buff is not enough. It needs... This is going to sound ridiculous for me. It needs to be double for him to be viable, in my opinion. I just don't think he's there. I think... the only way he is going to be really viable in just even a quick play, let alone competitive, is you need these 3 people. You need Doomfist. Well, you don't need Doomfist, but if you're going to play Doomfist, then you need 2 other characters. Doomfist, Zarya, and Mercy.
Yeah.
And those people have to all go in all as a team. Doomfist can't even go that much in without the Mercy following and without the Zarya being able to target with Bubble. If you pull that off, though, that is going to be a team to beat.
Yeah.
That's a tough combination to fight. But, yet again, if you're not playing competitive with a full squad, and you are really, like... Because, honestly, like, even, shout out to my Twitch stream, but if you watch the Twitch stream for it, I, out of, like, I'm going to roughly say 10 matches, out of 6 of them, I got play of the game.
Oh,
so I feel pretty substantial. Yeah. Like, I was doing skill shots well. I wasn't even super salty like I usually am when I'm playing most games. It's definitely one of those things, though, where it's like, if you get skill shotted by a character first, you go, oh... I already know I lost the fight.
Right.
But I could at least do a backup move. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's why I was never mad. Because if I got hit first, I was like, I know what's going to happen. I know the chain of events. Which is cool, and that's good. And with a skill shot character, you should know that. But like I said, without a proper team comp, like, I can't go into a quick play and just pick Doomfist.
Right.
And especially, too, the last thing I did want to say about him as well. Very, because of him only then being super close ranged, his... map location then is very key too.
Yeah.
He can't be played on every map.
Right.
It's impossible. He cannot be on every map. Even the new Lunar Colony, he can't play on that map. It's too big. It's too open. Anyone can shoot him. He's not viable on that map. And that's what I don't like. I think every character. I'll give a very weird example because I never think Junkrat is a character that's viable 100%. Like, it's never needed on a team. But I personally love Junkrat. He's like one of my favorite heroes that I picked up this season.
Yeah.
But I know I can use Junkrat properly on any map.
Oh, yeah.
I use him differently on certain maps, but I can use him in a way that's unique on every map. And I don't think Doomfist has that. No. That's what I think is a big issue. The last thing, because I know it's the last thing, but this is the actual last thing. They need to flip one of his skills. I like his uppercut, and I do like his ground pound. Here's what I'd rather replace. Either one of those 2 skills with a, almost like a Reinhardt, how he has the hammer.
Yeah.
I need that with the fist. I need a constant punching with the fist. And even if, I don't care if he swings both hands, and only does more significant damage when he punches with his right. I don't even care if you make it that particular. That would be the perfect thing for you to run in with. Be able to do those type of punches and then get enough damage let me say it this way. If you had that type move, you wouldn't need to buff his armor. because then he's doing enough damage where his armor would matter.
Right.
And still keep in mind, too, you're rushing in the thick of it. Your 9 out of 10 times are going to get hit by more than one character.
Right.
So you need more armor to, like, mitigate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the other, like, really, really, really big gripe that I have. But like I said, I played a lot of 6v6 Doomfist versus
Doomfist versus Doomfist.
There we go.
Yep.
And even the live stream I called it fist on fist action, just to make it easier.
Fist on fist.
But like I said, I did a couple quick plays, and I did well. Like, ironically enough, we won all 3 games that I played, because I only did like 3. But yeah. I'm telling you though, it was rough and competitive. I just can't see it. I can't see. He's even made to go in on like characters like Orisa and stuff. I just can't see it. Orisa outputs too much damage, and she has too much health. She has the shield, which is good because you can run in and like you can stall now a lot of characters. I think he is really good if like you are going up against a team that's just an Orisa and a Winston and a Reinhardt, but you have to be against the right team and you have to have the right team.
Yeah,
that's what's more important.
It's very
very selective.
He's very hinged upon
other characters,
the right people,
the right
and the right team. And you can't play, like, just from watching your stream and other people stream it, like, you can't be Doomfist on a team that you are not in a party with of all 6 people.
Exactly.
You have to have full communication with every single one of your teammates to be able to even use Doomfist correctly at all.
In my opinion, yeah. No, I agree. I totally agree with that.
But let's talk about the other Overwatch update, which was the loot box update.
Oh my gosh! Hashtag no more dupes.
So
I want it in these comments. We got it a bunch on our Twitter.
Yes.
Or not Twitter. Jesus Christ. Twitch. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Is way too late.
We have a Twitter.
I know we do, but it was mostly.
Use it.
I know, but it was mostly blowing up in the Twitch.
Yeah.
In the Twitch stream for it.
I bought 11 boxes and got 0 duplicates.
I've opened 15 boxes. I didn't have to buy any. I was very lucky. But I've gotten about 15 boxes and not a single duplicate.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's the fucking best. And I'll say like one thing now: if you were debating on buying loot boxes,
buy them all now.
Now or. Definitely when the Summer fucking Games event comes out. This is gonna blow doors open.
If they ever come out.
It will. Summer Games is coming out. Mark my words.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be that aggressive. Mark my words.
You were a little aggressive.
It's happening.
A little bit.
I want either of the Zarya wrestling skins because I don't have those. Yep. And I'd love to get the USA Tracer one.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have the Britain one, which is awesome. And that is my top favorite one, but I still would like the other one. I like both.
Yeah. Okay, so Overwatch. So let's talk about this game, which I don't even know how to say. Area. It's AEREA.
Yep.
And they did that on purpose so that you can say it backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
It's the same word. Area. It doesn't matter what it's called because you shouldn't play it.
Yes.
It got a 47% on Metacritic and a 2.3 user score.
Which is really
it's pretty shitty. It's PS4 exclusive, so at least not every console's hurting.
Yeah.
It's a $30 title that is physical only.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot download this game.
Nope.
You have to buy the disc for it.
Yep. Which at least that's nice.
Is it?
I mean, at least you get a physical copy to try to return. If it's digital, you're fucked. Because I'm trying to return digital.
Yeah, it's a game. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's not good. That's what we know about it.
Yep. Yeah.
We're moving on. We're moving on. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
So there's that.
Yes.
So let's talk about this.
Go for it.
We're on it.
Yeah.
So one other thing came out that's not a game.
Mm-hmm.
The 2DS XL or new. Sorry.
Yes.
New 2DS XL was released on Friday. This is the first console in 2 years that is released with a charger. So
finally
stepped that up.
There's a plus.
Yeah.
There's one of the pluses.
One of them. The screen is 82% bigger than the regular 2DS.
Yep. And
it's 0.7 centimeters bigger than the new 3DS XL. So it is the biggest screen.
It is the biggest one.
It is made out of a very, very different kind of material. The top is... Yeah, and the top is actually ridged. It looked like it was ridged, but a lot of people were just like, oh no, that's just like the pattern that they put up there. But it is actually ridged for protection. The console is super light. It's about the size of an iPhone 7 Plus. It's way more rounded than the 3DS, which is cool.
So it's ridged for the player's protection?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Surprised they didn't put that right in the box.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But,
put a nice wrapper over it. Maybe gold. Circular wrapping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's very interesting about the console is on the bottom of it is where you put the cartridges in, just like you do on the new 3DS XL. But that whole area has a cover. Mm-hmm. It's all covered, and when you take the cover off, you can put the cartridge in, but you also have access to the SD card. The micro SD card's right there. It's not built inside the system like it was before.
Yeah. Just fucking best.
The stylus is redesigned a little bit, where it doesn't.
Oh my god, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, right.
So
but
innovative.
it doesn't like it stick out anywhere. It's like on the bottom along the side of it, and it's right next to the headphone jack, and there's like a little like thing that you can pull on it instead of like going down under it. It's like part of the system, so it's really, really cool. I'm super impressed. I think that the quality in the top screen is a lot better than the quality of the top screens from the systems in the past. Mm-hmm. And every time they put out a 3DS or even a DS, like starting with the original DS all the way on up, I was just like, when they put it out, how are they going to make it better? Yeah. How is it going to be better than what it is? And the 2DS XL, I really don't know how you can get much better than that, because it's only $150 and you get everything good about the new 3DS XL and a charger.
Yes.
And you don't have to worry about looking at this thing in 3D, because watching it in 3D is stupid anyway. Personally.
Yes. Well, I was going to say this. I hated 3D on the 3DS, and I hated it on the 3DS XL. I love it on the new 3DS XL, because that's face tracking.
Yeah, yes.
And it is better.
It doesn't give you a headache.
It is better.
I would just rather not play it in 3D. I don't think it's needed.
Here's my thing. I would rather... I don't think the 2DS XL... Or the... Wow, Jesus Christ. The new 2DS XL is bad. I think it's a move that Nintendo should have made. The problem is I think they made it super late.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh... This is coming out now?
Yeah. It's like, oh, cool.
It's so late in the game for it. And my thing is, it's just like a couple design things. Yeah, the whole Ridge for Pleasure thing is cool. The one thing, though, that I had an issue with, and we were just joking about it before this, is the fucking top screen is an iPhone.
Yeah.
The top
it looks just like an iPhone.
Is an iPhone. It's an iPhone. It's not really an iPhone, but we're calling it an iPhone.
It looks, if you took, like...
If you just literally covered your hand and then literally pretended to be on a phone, it's a fucking iPhone. It's exactly an iPhone. So I was just like, oh, wow, that's a little weird. Also, the shape, this is just me. I don't like the shapes round for both. I like it square. Okay. That's just me. Like I said, that's just me being
I like it rounder. I think it's rounder.
Rounder.
Yeah, rounder.
That's just me. Like I said, I mean, price point is a lot better.
Yep.
That's the thing. I can't argue with the pros. I just think it's dumb. I just think it was a thing of just... And I will say this, though. I'm glad they did come out with this, because there was a lot of concerns, like there was a lot of issues that people had with it, like the fucking SD card not being accessible at all. My thing is this: why the fuck didn't they then just make a better 3DS?
Because what's the point of making a new 3DS XL?
What was the point of making a 2DS when it was supposed to be a slice of bread? The whole point of the 2DS was listen, I'm sorry. The whole point of the 2DS was it was supposed to be kid-proof.
Yep.
Which is why it didn't fold.
Yep.
This one folds.
Yep.
Why is this one fold now?
Because...
Is it the 2DS for the now newer generation of 2DSers?
No. It is... The hinges are different. The hinges...
they're more locked in now?
You literally cannot break these hinges. Because...
Yo, challenge accepted.
If you try, yeah. But
you know how much kids try?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, the hinges are protected by... So if you look at the system... Okay. So...
By the way,
I'm going to use the book.
Yeah, I was about to say for the video.
Okay, so I'm going to use the book.
Got
it. Okay, so you got the bottom screen, you got the top screen.
Yep, the iPhone.
Right here is blank.
Got it.
Right here is blank.
It's the all hinges, the center.
The hinges are on the inside, but around the hinges is an area of plastic that makes the hinges go inside, and there's only one slit here and one slit here that actually move. And they're protected by plastic on each side. If you can break these hinges by accident, you're a fucking genius.
There it is.
Because there's just, it's not plausible
that they will break by accident. Break and I'm like, that kid's a fucking genius.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you just got a scholarship to MIT. That's what I'm going with.
They start flying off the shelves. Yeah. Oh, look, I'm smart. Oh god, yeah. Like I said, it's just one of those weird Nintendo things. I mean, even when I first heard the new 3DS XL, it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things where Nintendo put out. Whoops. I'm not against it, but I'm just not.
The new 2DS XL is really cool. it's just going to go the way of the Game Boy Micro.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be a collector's item, and it's cool.
It's not, and here's my thing, like, I think they're putting it out like it's supposed to be like the Game Boy SP.
Yes.
But it's not, because it technically does less than what a new 3DS XL does.
No, it doesn't. Well, aside from 3D. The 3D.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my point.
Everything else it does exactly.
Exactly.
And the processor's actually a bit faster.
Oh my god, because those 3DSs were so laggy.
Yeah.
That eShop store, goddamn. Yeah. Going from the home screen to the search menu.
Yeah, oh man.
Too long!
Yep.
10 seconds too long.
Yep.
Oh god.
So, yeah. But I think it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I will say this.
I don't own one, so if I'm gonna buy one, I'm gonna buy that.
That was exactly what I was gonna say. If you don't already own one, buy it.
Yep.
But also for the people who don't already own one, why the fuck don't you own one? I've had it for years. I've literally had it for years. Years I've had this fucking thing. Anyway.
Okay, so let's move into the last subject that we got, which is games that are coming out.
Yes.
So games that are coming out super, super soon is Agents of Mayhem on August 15th.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonic Mania on August 18th. Agents of Mayhem's coming out on Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Wait, is Sonic on August? I thought it was September.
No, it's August.
It is August?
Yeah, it's
Holy
like right around
shit.
the corner. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Agents of Mayhem is set in the same universe as Saints Row. You play as 6 different characters that each have different abilities to protect against another company that I can't remember the name of.
Doesn't matter.
You play for the company Mayhem.
Yes.
And you are in Seoul. Seoul. I said Seoul. Yeah. In Seoul, South Korea. And if you pre-order the game, you get Johnny Gat from Saints Row. Mm-hmm. So that is the major Saints Row connection. I don't know if there's going to be another one in the story or later.
Probably will have characters that meet up in it. Yeah. I can almost guarantee you. Well, and also, too, some of the... I realized that after looking at a couple trailers, too, some of the older characters that were with, like, your party in older Saints Rows are characters you can choose in this one. So
it's very interesting the way that they're going about this, because it's not a Saints Row game, but it is a Saints Row game, and it makes a lot of people, including myself, wonder if we're ever going to get Saints Row 5.
I think we will.
I don't think we will.
But hold on, I will say this, though. I don't think this game is going to help Saints Row 5 come out.
No.
I think this is a knockoff game. I'm just calling this right now. I think it's going to be a knockoff game.
It's not going to sell well.
No, I'm going 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to?
Probably.
We're both
5 or 6 out of 10. Yeah.
I'm going 6 out of 10, Metacritic, 7 user score.
Sure.
That's my guess. I'm thinking with a game like that, let's just call it ahead of time. Like, I mean, listen, we will definitely talk about the official review when it comes out.
Oh, absolutely.
If we're right.
I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to.
I'll check it out. Exactly. I'm going to check it out.
Sonic Mania, though, I'm going to love playing.
That is the deciding factor of everything.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Comes out on the 18th. Comes out on Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Switch. I'm getting it on Switch digitally. I'm getting the Collector's Edition on Xbox One. I cannot wait.
Can we break the fourth wall of the podcast really quick?
Sure.
We really need to start the streams with those.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's almost a little too late.
No, we're okay. We still have time.
2 weeks.
We got time. We can do it.
2.5 weeks.
We can at least do 1 through 3.
Yes.
That we can do. We should be able to do it.
At some point.
We will definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me at least word it this way. We are going to be streaming 1, 2, and 3 and beating them before we stream Mania.
Yes. So even if Mania's out, we won't stream it until we're done with 1, 2, and 3.
Until we're done. And we want to go through them quick because we sure as fuck want to stream that.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So that, so those are coming out relatively soon. Games that are not coming out relatively soon. Killing Floor 2 is coming out on Xbox One this fall, which is pretty cool.
Which has been out on PS4 and PC.
PC's been out forever.
Yeah, exactly.
PS4 came out in April or May. April or May?
Right around
there. One of the two.
This year.
Yeah, and it did fairly well. Reviews were like 80-90%.
Yeah.
So,
it's a good zombie game, and there's not that many zombie games.
Yeah.
At least on PlayStation. Xbox has a bit more with Dead Rising.
State of Decay.
Yes, true. Very true.
Telltale came out and did a big slew of announcements. Minecraft Season 2, Episode 1 is actually already out. You can buy the Season Pass disc in October. It's going to be on Xbox One, PS4, and PC, and Switch later because Minecraft Season 1 is only coming out here in about a week. Week or two. It's coming out on the Switch.
It's coming pretty soon.
Batman Season 2, I think it's called The Enemy Within. Is that the subtitle for it?
I don't know.
There's a subtitle for it. I think it's The Enemy Within.
Okay.
But Batman Season 2 is coming out. Also this fall, it'll be on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. And it's getting a physical release on all of the consoles for $30, Switch for $40. So it has not been set in stone yet whether or not that includes Season 1 or not, but I'm pretty sure it does.
For the extra cost.
Makes sense. Because they're labeling as Batman the Telltale series on the Switch, but it comes out the same day as Season 2. So I would just kind of assume that it's both.
Or some type of catch-up DLC or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Make choices which will then bleed into the game so you can jump right in like everybody else.
Walking Dead final season, so they're going to be done. That can announce for next year. At least
with, like, Clementine.
Yeah, Clementine and all them. Yep.
Because I don't see that series ending.
Oh, yeah, no way. That's their biggest one.
Yep.
And then The Wolf Among Us Season 2, which a lot of people were anticipating. Supposedly, they said they're never going back to Back to the Future. They're never going back to Tales from the Borderlands.
What about Jurassic Park, Jeremy?
Probably not that either. They didn't bring that up, but probably not.
Yeah, I don't even think people remember that they made that game.
Yeah, no. I mean, I forget all the time. But I'll
never forget.
What I'm interested to see is if they're ever going to go back to Game of Thrones, and
very true.
What they think is going to happen with Guardians, because Guardians didn't sell as well as I think they hoped it would.
Yeah, but I think they'll still do a second one.
Yeah, and Guardians isn't even done yet. Episode 2 only comes out next month.
Yep.
So.
Let me ask you. No, it's episode 3.
3, right, yeah. Yes.
Let me ask you this: out of the ones that are just got announced, which one are you most excited for?
Oh, Batman.
Really?
Yeah, the first one was great.
See, I will say this. No, and I'm not denying you by any standard. For me personally, Wolf Among Us. Wolf Among Us 2, I'm so fucking amped.
I never finished the first one.
See, okay.
So I can't be that excited
And I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but you need to finish it because the ending is, like, it's not a solid cliffhanger.
But it's enough.
It's definitely enough. I played it with my lady. We actually watched through the whole thing and interacted with it. I swear to God, the way it ended, we were both like, oh my God, there's not another chapter. Fuck! Like, it was just like, no!
Well, I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons people were just like, The Wolf Among Us 2. Like, give it to me now. Like, I want it now.
And even, too, like, in the meantime, because I didn't feel like waiting, so I got even more into the Fable comics. Because that's what it's based off of. Yep. So, that's a really cool thing. And the whole thing to know about that, too, in case you do decide to jump into it that way, is the Fable comics are the legit canon. The Wolf Among Us games are technically like a loosely off-base thing that just takes characters and certain stories that happen and kind of puts them in the order they want and kind of does what they want with it. Right. So it's not technically canon, but it's an amazing fucking game that you should absolutely play.
The other thing is if you haven't played any Telltale games, on both Xbox and PlayStation, there is a bundle right now, and it's going to seem pricey. It's $160.
Oh, damn.
But it gets you Batman Season 1, Guardian Season 1, Walking Dead Seasons 1 through 3, Back to the Future, Game of Thrones, Wolf Among Us, Tales from the Borderlands, and Minecraft Season 1.
That's pretty legit.
It's all 8 of their biggest things for $160. And I don't own any of them anymore.
No, yes,
So I kind of want to buy. I'm not dropping $160. No. I kind of want to. But if you have Xbox Live Gold, it's $120. I don't know if they're doing the same thing for PlayStation Plus. But
no, not that I saw.
It's something you should definitely look into.
I was just on the marketplace last night. I didn't see it.
No.
I didn't see it discounted. Yeah. I saw the bundle.
Something you definitely should look into because it's a lot of stuff and a lot of great games. A lot of them have won Game of the Year awards. Check it out.
Yes. They're all great.
Telltale did not pay me to say that. I'm just saying that.
They're just good games. They really are.
Do it for your own pleasure. It's great.
They're great games.
One other game that got announced is a game that I have repeatedly told people is probably never coming out, but it's coming out.
Now you gotta eat your words.
Yeah, I know. The Sims 4.
Which is smart. It's something that should have fucking came out on console forever ago.
Coming out on Xbox One and PS4 this November.
Yep.
It's coming out physically, which I did not expect when they announced it, but at the same time, them pulling it from having discs on PC made me think, okay, they're not going to do a disc on console, but they are.
Really quick, I don't know if you actually know, so we're going to bring this up. Does it have the Sims 4 DLC stuff that was already out?
Yes and no. Okay. So there's the Sims 4, which is $50.
Yep.
And you get that just base game.
Got it.
If you get the Super Party Deluxe Edition, you get it 3 days early. It's only $60 or $60.
It's only $6 whole dollars. No,
it's only $60, and it comes with every expansion except Get to Work.
Oh, okay. Because that's like the big one.
Yep, that's the one that's actually $30 to buy.
Got it.
So there's no set in stone whether or not that Get to Work's ever coming to console.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will eventually. But everybody kind of thought they forgot about The Sims.
Yeah, well, it definitely was a huge gap of time.
Yeah.
I think they waited a little too long. They should have at least...
but the timing for this game is going to be both good and bad.
Okay.
Because it comes out the same week as Lego Marvel and Battlefront. Yeah, so this game has to compete, but it's an EA game.
Yeah.
So
it's only
they're making money off of Battlefront, and the people that don't want to play Battlefront that also don't want to play Lego.
Well, this is that perfect casual gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sims is a very set market. It's been a set market forever.
Absolutely.
And it's going to hit those people in the same way.
Yeah, because the kids are going to go after Lego Marvel.
Yep.
The first-person shooter real gamers are going to go after Battlefront.
Bingo. And then everyone
else that ever has a console that doesn't know what to play, that's tired of Just Dance.
Sims 4.
Going to buy Sims 4.
Yep, I totally agree. My thought was this, and this is me having no experience in the marketing department. My thing was this: 6 months ago, they should have said that it's coming out.
Yes.
Just to build the hype.
They should have just done it at E3.
Exactly. Just to build knowledge of it happening to get people.
They went into E3 and they were like, "Hey, these are all the games we're going to talk about." They could have easily ended it with, Sims 4. "Oh, by the way,
Sims 4 on console."
Sims 4 on console.
It would have been nice.
Yeah. They did announce the Sims mobile game though that's coming. The free-to-play one. They announced that at E3.
No one cares.
No one cares. But they could have just went,
yeah.
"Oh, and by the way,
the way better.
4 is
maybe
coming
they didn't
to console."
know. Maybe they really didn't have it on lock.
Maybe
it was a gamble.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So one last thing we want to talk about real quick, just because it's the last thing and we're getting close to the time that we wanted to be done.
Yes.
Walmart had a very big issue this past week.
Yeah. Well, let me even start with this. So the SNES is a thing.
Yes.
And nobody can get their hands on it because it's not out yet, obviously.
It's not pre-orderable.
Exactly. And it never was for any retailer except for some fucking reason.
Walmart decided that they would take pre-orders on it. And they didn't announce that they were going to take pre-orders on it.
Well, the first thing, they had no idea of... Yeah, they weren't making an official announcement.
Nope.
They had no idea of how many they were going to get allocated.
Nope.
No idea. And they also had no limit on how many people... This is the craziest part. How many people could pre-order them, and how many
they could pre-order.
That they could pre-order. So, obviously, with having no fucking rules or restrictions on this, it got out of hand quick. And quick is a fucking understatement.
Quick. Yeah.
They put up pre-orders 4 days ago. We just got the announcement yesterday. Every single pre-order, no matter what day, no matter when you applied, even if you just got one, all of them got fucking canceled.
Yep.
Every single fucking one. It is goddamn pandemonium.
The other thing, going off of that, I don't know if you saw the recent update from today or not.
Maybe.
So, Nintendo came out and said stuff about it. And Nintendo was just like, so listen.
Yes.
This was a mistake. This was not supposed to happen.
Not at all.
And Nintendo has not formally said whether or not Walmart will carry the SNES Classic.
Because of how bad they fucked this up.
And they did the same thing with... I can't remember the retailer. They did the same thing with the NES with one of the big retailers.
It wasn't Best Buy, was it?
No, it wasn't Best Buy. I think it was...
Target?
It's gonna bother me. No, it wasn't a big one. It was a smaller retailer.
Like Walgreens or something?
Well, not Walgreens.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But on that line.
Yeah, sorry.
It wasn't like that. It was like... I don't remember.
Like BJ's or something?
Something like that. Yeah, it was like BJ's or Costco.
Okay.
Or something. But they just ended the NES partnership. And they did the same thing with GameStop years ago when GameStop revealed the Black Wii before Nintendo announced it.
Yep.
And Nintendo was just like, nope, GameStop, sorry, no Wii's for you for the next 8 months. So I would not put it past Nintendo to be like, hey, Walmart, all those SNESs we were giving you, we're giving them to everybody else.
Yeah.
And they just won't carry it because Walmart made a very big mistake. There's a lot of unhappy people.
Oh, everyone's pissed off.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a right to be. But at the same time, I knew that was such. I mean, the day I heard about it, everyone was like, "Oh my god, how are you not pre-ordering it?"
Like,
I knew it was a trap immediately. The minute I heard anyone could pre-order as many as they wanted, they had no allocation on them, and I heard no one even say, "We don't even know how many we can do."
And the best part was Walmart didn't make an announcement. It just happened.
It just happened.
Went live.
And then people just went in and were like, "Can I?" And they were like, Maybe. And then they were like,
credit card information.
Yeah.
Order confirmation.
Put your name on the thing.
So I just pre-ordered 6. Great.
Yeah, exactly. It was bananas. And also, too, I bet a lot of people were already pissed off because I guarantee people were probably already selling their pre-orders.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that shit happens all the time.
Absolutely. Because they were just like, yo, got it on lock.
Yep. Goddamn pandemonium.
So, and
crazy.
It's going to suck because there's going to be people out there that paid full money for the pre-order.
Yep.
For the people that didn't pay a dime to get the pre-order.
Yep.
Only to get that canceled. And now the people that didn't even pre-order but bought the pre-orders off the people that did the pre-orders are now broke.
Yes. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Yep.
So that kind of wraps it up.
Yeah.
That wraps it up for
episode 19.
Episode 19.
We're almost at 20.
We're almost there.
Almost.
God, we have so many more videos in between that.
Yeah, I know, because I was going to say,
it's
almost been 20 weeks, but it's totally not almost been 20 weeks.
Yeah, and I think technically it's been 22 podcasts, kind of, if you count the bonus ones.
Well, the bonus ones and then the 2 extra ones, so 24 videos.
And that's like just this. Us, yeah. With this type of format.
Yep.
It's crazy. So, yet again, July 29th. 30th.
Today's the 30th.
Is it?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Today, no.
July 30th. When you closed the book, and the second you did, in the back of my mind, I was like, fuck, I can't look at the date.
Look, it's right. Nope, it's right. Nope. There.
There it is. July 30th.
If the book says it, it's true.
That is true. So that wraps up for today, guys. Yet again,
marry Emma.
Always on Sundays is usually when we try to bust these out. Now we have a pretty set schedule. Also, really quick too, besides we do our 36 plugins like we always do.
Yep.
We kind of moved around a little bit. Still same physical room, but we kind of moved.
Yeah.
We're trying to still set some stuff up. We apologize for the lights. We're probably gonna get some better lighting.
We're also working on
a little
getting a
in the
real
dark.
camera.
Yes,
too.
exactly. We really want to get some stuff. Technically, we're using a selfie cam. Is the best way to describe that.
On my Mac.
Yes, exactly.
It's the webcam.
It's
up there.
So it's just literally parallel. So that's why, we're gonna hopefully try to avoid putting up writing and such until we get an actual camera that will display it in the proper way.
Yeah.
It's also going to throw everyone off when the actual video camera goes then. And
because
then
we're going to be on opposite sides.
We're going to switch, and then it's just going to be that one day people are like, what the fuck? But yeah, so like I said, so we're still obviously working on some stuff, but that doesn't stop us from putting out all this content. And
if we just switch sides, then they would see us the way they see us now, but all the words would be right.
But yeah, so yet again, guys, that wraps it up.
Yep.
Yet again, if you haven't heard of us and you're just checking out this video randomly, like, what the fuck's going on? This conversation seems cool. We are Players of the Round Table.
Yep.
We put out podcasts usually every Sunday, if not every other Sunday, if there's boring shit with nothing going on.
Yep.
We put up live streams. We have our Twitch account, which is Players of the Round Table. We make it very easy for you guys. Another plug for also our partners, which is 2 Guys 1 Live Stream.
Which is Zach and Q.
Exactly. Great friends of ours, personal friends of ours. We do a bunch of content sharing with back and forth between all of us. We do Twitch streams even together. Not always, but we try to do them together when we can. We actually just did a Diablo live stream with me and Q doing a hardcore run, so you can check that out.
And Zach and Q just did a death comp for Crash Bandicoot, so
which is
check that out because it's the funniest thing you've ever seen.
On our YouTube channel. Yes. And then yet again going back into our YouTube channel. So like I said, if you're enjoying the conversations that we have, if you're even seeing other videos that we put out that have a bunch of video compilations, because it's mostly like what we like to do, talk about video games, all that fun stuff. Always hit the subscribe button, which is right here.
And the bell.
And probably, I was about to say probably the bell, which is right here.
Yep.
For all the notifications, stuff like that. And if for some reason you are getting notifications on our YouTube page and want to get even more frequent updates when we're doing streams, when we're posting more videos, when we even record stuff, even just future awesome news that we need to share with the world immediately, you can always check us out on our Facebook page, which is same thing, Players of the Round Table.
Yep, just facebook.com/Players of the Round Table, all one word.
Bam. And then just like the page, it's that simple. Same thing with 2 Guys 1 Live Stream as well. They also have their Facebook page, and they put out way more Twitch-wise content, and then a couple things that they do compilations for on our YouTube channel.
And they'll show up here every once in a while.
Exactly. I was about to say, we do podcasts with them as well. They'll definitely be on relatively soon.
Yeah.
We won't lock any days down or anything like that.
Got some cool things coming up.
Exactly. We always have more projects coming up. Me and Jeremy are always trying to get new stuff out there. Even for me personally, we were talking about before the podcast, we're trying to get 2 live streams up a week. Yep. That is the goal. There's not set days for when we're doing it.
They might not appear on YouTube, but they'll definitely be on Twitch.
100%. And as well, if you want to know when those are happening, the Facebook page is where you can find all that information. So like I said, guys, yet again, that wraps up episode 19. I think it was a pretty good run. I think we did good. We should probably do something for episode 20.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like we'll something minor, not like episode 10, but like with a camera. We can't do better than a camera. I mean, actually a camera. But
we could do a real
I don't think we have the pull for that right now. But anyway, guys, good evening, good night, and good luck. Have a good one, everybody.
See you later, guys.